Blood Rage.
Blood Rage.
Blood Rage. We're going to talk about Blood Rage now. So Blood Rage by Cool Mini or Nuts is an area control game, kind of, yeah. You got drafting where you draft all these cards, 6 cards, I think. I don't remember. Maybe it was 9. Maybe you pass out 9 and you only draft 7. I think that's what it is. And you discard the last 2.
Do you get that many cards?
I think we didn't play it that long ago.
You get cards.
You get cards. You draft cards, and then you start playing the game. And you basically, there's all these different, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different areas of Yggdrasil, and then in the middle is the Yggdrasil tree or whatever. And any number of people can go there. All the other locations have a set number of spaces that you can occupy, 1 miniature per space, and then players take turns doing 1 action apiece. And mostly it's putting a guy out or moving a guy around or starting a combat, which is called a pillage. And you're trying to take over an area. Each guy's worth another strength. And it's kind of like a, I don't know, would you compare it to Cosmic Encounter, the battle system, sort of? Because everybody counts up what they have. They can jump into the battle if they're close. And then you put down a card face down, and everybody flips it over and adds that to their total or some kind of crazy ability.
Yeah, in a sense. I mean, there's no allying or alliances made or whatever in that sense, or picking and choosing, defending, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, I could see that comparison.
It's pretty much the same without that. Every man for himself, though.
Right.
And now this is the first time you've played it.
Yes.
And I've played it once or twice before that. I actually think just once. And what did you think? Because does it live up to the hype? Because it's a hype train.
It might not live up to hype. Not saying it's not good. Not saying I didn't have fun. But I mean, it was Blood Rage. I mean, it was a big deal.
Yeah, people made it a really big deal.
It was fun. Don't get me wrong. The card drafting. Card drafting is fun in any kind of game, especially. I don't know, something where it kind of dictates a lot of your combat and stuff too. So there's that. The combat system, you got to be real aware of who's around you, because they do get the opportunity to jump in when you I'm pillaging this unless there's spaces all taken. So you do have to be aware of that. It pretty enjoyable. Viking theme. If you like Viking theme,
Yeah, Viking theme, and the artwork is awesome.
Yes.
The artwork reminds me of Dungeons and Dragons second edition,
Right.
those books where it's like the old Conan the Barbarian style artwork and stuff.
Right.
I mean, it's phenomenal.
Yes.
And the miniatures, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Also, phenomenally not necessary.
In a way.
Yeah, I mean, I love miniatures. I mean, my favorite game is a miniature game. I play hobby miniature games. I paint, put them all together. I want to paint this game, but the problem with it is I feel like the miniatures are just little placeholders. You could be putting cubes there. The game would look terrible.
Right. But
you could just be putting cubes there. There's no movement. There's no moving around. It's like when you play something like Descent or Hero Quest or whatever, the miniatures matter because the movement matters.
Right.
And this is just I'm going to move a guy to this other area.
They're just markers.
They're just markers, yeah. They're phenomenal art markers. I mean, everything in this game is excellently produced.
Right.
But, I don't know. Maybe they could have done... I don't know. I guess it would have cheapened the game if you took the miniatures out or put something else in, or maybe even put small little miniatures, like Risk-style miniatures, those tiny guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the game would be a lot cheaper, but I guess it's probably not having problems selling anyway.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that. It is I don't know. They're very impressive when you see these miniatures. But yeah, they are. They're just kind of sitting there hanging out.
Yeah.
So.
Now, I like this game a lot. I really like it. I am terrible at it, but I like it. One thing I don't like about it is the whole bonus points that you score at the end. Mm-hmm. Because there's 3 different stats you have, and the stats dictate different things, such as how many guys you can have out at the same time, how much rage you start each round with, and the third one is how much glory you get when you win a battle.
Right.
Well, all 3 of those things are propelling you to win the game, But then in the end, if you get them up to like legendary rank or whatever, there's like 3 ranks, there's a 10 and a 10 and a 20. You get that many bonus points at the end of the game if you had them that far. And the way you get those stats upgraded is when you pillage an area and you win, usually it has a marker on there that'll give you one of the 3. There's also quests that you can complete that will give you whatever stat you want to raise. And so you're raising these stats that help you play better. I mean, it gets you more points for combat. It allows you to put more guys out there to win more battles, and it allows you to do more things on a round. Everything that's helping you do more to win the game, and then they give you more points for it. And I felt like at least in a higher player count game, especially 5 players, because we have the 5-player expansion, I felt like those points can equal almost half your points at the end of the game. And it's just a huge amount. Like, I feel like it's probably a little overkill. Like, maybe do 5 and 10. Now, I will say this. Eric Lang knows what he's doing.
Right.
I'm not challenging Eric Lang because he makes these games. I've heard the way he play tests. I mean, he has people over his house all the time. He runs this thing like a business. It is not like, hey, come over and play test my game.
Right.
It is seriously like ran like a business. So I would imagine that the balance is there. I just personally I'm not a fan of games that give you points for being the best at something.
Right.
The reward should be if you had all those points in the first place that you're the winner. And in most cases, maybe you would win anyway, even if you didn't get all those bonus points. But it just rubs me the wrong way when games include stuff like this.
Yeah. Definitely somewhat of a rich get richer on that one because, well, I don't know, not so much in gameplay, but in scoring because...
Oh, definitely only the scoring.
Yeah, in the scoring because, like you said, if you're already topped out on them 3 stats, you're probably doing pretty good in the game already.
You're getting 60 points, and you probably have 60 points by the end of the second round.
Yes.
Or around that.
Right.
So, I mean, we're not like amazing at the game, so maybe other people's, your play mileage may vary, but yep. Other than that, though, amazing.
Yeah. No, it's
great game.
It's a good time. I was impressed with it and had a good time playing it. So
yeah.